its strategic management. It's not something that the company does at the beginning of the financial year and then forgets about it until the end of the financial year. No, it is a process, and the firm is always involved. It may be reassessing its objectives in the light of changes in the external and operating environment of the firm. It's always evaluating its performance to see how well it's going towards achieving its objectives. It's always reviewing its strategy to make sure that the strategic approach to achieving its objectives is still relevant in the light of current business environment. It's a process both of thinking and doing, thinking and managing. It is strategic thinking, it is strategic doing. It is a mixture of both. So in strategic thinking, there are three big strategic questions that a firm asks itself. Firstly, where are we now? And a firm must be realistic about where they are now in the competitive environment. Where do they stand? The next thing they ask themselves is, where do we want to go? What business do we want to be in, and what market position do we want within that particular market that we are operating in? What buyer needs do we want to satisfy, and which group of people do we wish to satisfy, and what do we want to achieve? What are we seeking to achieve through our involvement in a particular business we want to be in and a particular market that we want to meet? And the last thing is, having decided where we are now and where we want to go, the third thing is the business asks themselves, how are we going to get there? How are we going to achieve all of this? So, what is strategy? What is this thing of company strategy? We've talked about around the strategy, but what is it? Well, a company strategy consists of a set of competitive moves and business approaches that management use in running the company. It's, as it were, it's a game plan. It's a plan as to where the company wants to be, what sort of customers they want to attract, what sort of operations they want to conduct, and what sort of objectives that they are moving towards. Companies also set up what they call business models, which addresses the ultimate need of any company, and that how do we make money in this business? It's and in setting up a business model, management must ask themselves whether they are able to, through the business that they are involved in, produce a reasonable return. So what then is the difference between strategy and a business model? Well, strategy is dealing with a company's strategic, competitive initiatives and their approaches to business, whereas a business model is more concerned about the profitability, the revenues, the cash involved in running the business. Why are strategies needed? Well, a company must be proactive in the way in which they conduct their business. A company that is reactive is one that only changes when market forces or competitive forces or changes in technology force them to do so, whereas a firm that is proactive is one that is looking ahead. It is a firm that is visionary. It is a firm that is looking at what the markets expect to be, what sort of products the markets will want, and will ensure that